Thank you guys for joining me. My name is Madar from Food and Fragrances. Today we are continuing our episodic series of what my 25 fragrances for life would be. Now, this is the third episode. If you haven't checked out the first two, make sure you go back, check those two out, just so you have an idea of what I'm doing and also the first 10 fragrances that have been a part of this 25 fragrance list. But this episode, we're going to move on to 5 new fragrances, some you may not even know of, and some that may actually have you raising your eyebrows. So if you're interested, stay tuned. We'll play my music, and when I get back, we'll continue on with the next 5 fragrances that I'll add to my 25 for life. Thank you guys again for joining me. My name is Madar from Food and Fragrances. Now, I just want to get this out of the way. Make sure you guys subscribe, support the channel, subscribe, like, comment, share, and the comment I'd love for you guys to drop is, what was your scent of the day for Cinco de Mayo? I would love to know what you guys wore, how good you smelled. Let me know. Start the discussion that way. But what we're doing in this episode is we're continuing on our list. And if you don't know what this series is about, let's sum it up really quickly. I have a 315 some odd bottle collection. If I were to downgrade, sell everything, and really just stick to 25 fragrances that I'd want for the rest of my life, what would those fragrances be? Now, in the past couple of episodes, we hit on 10 of those, and what we'll do as we're going season by season and then hitting the occasion, we will summarize and recap the ones that have made the list for that particular season. Let me know down below if you agree so far, if you know any of the fragrances we're talking about so far, and hopefully there will be some surprises along the way and something new for you to discover. But hopefully you're enjoying the series, and just by the reception and the views that I'm getting on the previous videos, I truly appreciate. It looks like it's doing really well. So without further ado, let's jump into our first fragrance this video. And it's going to be something that I haven't talked about on this channel, but I'm actually very proud to bring it. This is from the house of Henry Jacques, and this is Xanthour. Now, this is the brooms version. Brooms meaning the spray version. And if you didn't know, they have oil versions as well, like actual, oils that you swipe on your skin. It comes in 15 ml or 30 ml. This, if I'm not mistaken, I believe is 75 ml. This is the spray of Xanthour, and it's magnificent. It hits on so many beautiful levels, especially for the spring list. Now, what I personally love about this fragrance is how beautiful that opening is. It's bright, it's vibrant, it's so juicy, it's bubbly, almost like a sparkling champagne that's been sweetened. It's stunning, stunning, stunning. You get that from this bright Sicilian lemon mixed with bergamot. Now, what I love about this fragrance is the way that it transitions. It has this beautiful cedar wood that creates that beautiful woody background mixed in with a beautiful, soft, delicate vanilla patchouli amber. Now, that may sound like it's overly sweet. That is not the case. Is it a sweet fragrance? Yes, there's a light sweet component to it, but it's airy, it's beautiful, it's creamy, it's soft, it's delicate, it's dreamy, it's beautiful. There's no density in this fragrance. And again, that Sicilian lemon and bergamot mixed in with a little bit of cinnamon is a wonderful touch to the fragrance that just brings forth this beautiful light wearability in the spring season. This is special. This is unique. This is, I will smell above, the class type of thing. Now, I think this is a beautiful unisex fragrance that anybody can wear. It doesn't matter your age, right? You could be in your younger 20s, you can be elder, doesn't matter. The only thing that kind of keeps it on the DL right? Or difficult to really attain is how pricey the fragrance is. Coming in at the boutique, 900 euros. It's pretty steep. I'm not going to lie. It's magnificent though. Am I recommending you to go out and buy this fragrance blindly? Absolutely not. You got to sample what, something like this. They have multiple boutiques around the world. So depending on where you're watching from, you have the Beverly Hills one in LA. You can check out. They have the one in Paris, which I haven't been to personally, but I've bought something from there and had a friend bring it back. So thank you so much. But from my, hearing what I'm hearing about the experience at the boutiques, absolutely phenomenal. They treat you like class, treat you like luxury, which makes sense given, obviously the price points of these fragrances. But Xanthour is absolutely wonderful. And to me, this is a fragrance that I had a sample of. Love, 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 and I just had to get myself a bottle. So check it out if you do get a chance. If it's, obviously within budget, don't break your back for it. But just a wonderful wearing experience. Very special, very date night, very universal, and again, very unisex. So that's the first fragrance in the list. On the spring side, it's Xanthour from Henry Jacques. Now, the next fragrance that I'd like to touch upon is from a designer house. Now, I know in the comments last video there was a little bit of back and forth jokingly about whether or not there would be a designer to ever reach the list, and obviously I'm like, nah, screw designers. But no, I do like designers, but they have to be done uniquely, right? They have to be done well. They have to have that wearability, and sometimes that wearability comes from the private line, the privé line. So let's talk about Chanel Les Exclusives 1957. Summer scent. Beautiful summer scent. Again, I think this is a very versatile fragrance. You can wear it whenever you please because it's very clean. Think along the lines of MFK 724. Think along the lines of Le Labo Aldehyde 44 from the Dallas exclusive edition, right? Those types of clean fragrances. But what I love about this fragrance is it has that Chanel type of DNA where you get some of the powdery elements mixed with the aldehydes. And what I love about this fragrance and how it's something that's unique and something that's fun to wear in the summer seasons is how clean it smells with the musks. You got some neroli in there, if I'm not mistaken, or orange blossom. Sorry, orange blossom. You got some jasmine in here. You got some woody facets in here. It's stunning, stunning, stunning. It's very clean. Very I don't want to say fresh, but more musky, but very clean. It's just done extremely, extremely well. And to me, when you're talking about such a saturated feel in summer, with so many citruses, vibrancies, a lot of tiger vibrato type of DNAs, this really differentiates itself in the wearing experience for me personally, so that if I really want to just wear something that's nice, that's chill, that I feel nice, clean, and elegant with, and the summer breeze is hitting me and it's kind of just allowing this fragrance to blossom, this to me is a great variation of that experience, that summer seasonality experience. I love it. I love it. I love it. Once this bottle is done, I'm definitely springing for a 200 ml because, in my honest opinion, I love what Chanel does. I love their DNA, and 1957 is one of my favorites from the line. So if you haven't checked it out, definitely the boutiques will have it, like at Holt's, wherever, Saks, potentially. I don't know if they have Chanel. But some of those big box retailers that carry the Chanel Privé line, it'll be available for you to smell and make your own decision. But definitely give it a wearing on skin and just allow it to kind of do its thing. And hopefully you feel the same way as I do. But 1957, the designer fragrance that makes the list. We'll move on to our next season. Now, our next season is autumn. Hopefully you guys didn't see a little sneak peek of the bottle. But if you did, I'm sure you know it's a YSL bottle. Another designer making the list. And no, it's not Baby Cat. It's not Baby Cat. I think Baby Cat's very underwhelming in my honest opinion. But with YSL, again, their private line, the one that hits for me in autumn, fall is Tuxedo. Shouldn't come as a surprise, to be honest with you. I think Tuxedo is a marvelous, marvelous, marvelous fragrance. Just beautiful elements of that just light sweetness from the patchouli. Very nice, very wearable, very clean. I don't feel any dirtiness from the patchouli, any darkness from the patchouli. I think this is a very nice date night, elegant type of fragrance. Not significant enough to be like an occasional fragrance, in my honest opinion. But if you just want something that's just stupidly well put together, stupidly smooth, something that you could wear in an evening for fall, right? Let that wind, that cool wind, just kind of graze and allow the fragrance to blossom. In my honest opinion, I think Tuxedo is a winner. And from what I'm hearing, a lot of people are saying they got longevity issues with Tuxedo. I don't get that. I may have lucked out on my bottle, but this is just pure class. I love it. Beautiful spices, very nice and light. The patchouli just kind of does its thing, creeps up, feels a little bit clean. Just absolutely wonderful. And again, it's widely available for you to smell, at a boutique to make your own decision. But I do feel like if you get your nose on this, this may be almost a no-brainer. Absolutely wonderful. Something I easily reach for and go to. So let me know your thoughts below. Do you like Tuxedo from YSL? That will be on the autumn list for me and a must have, in my honest opinion. It's just so versatile. It's just so easy to wear. I can wear it anytime. So not much to say about it. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys know about Tuxedo, so I'm not going to cover it too much, but that's my take on it. We'll move on to winter. Now, the winter fragrance, I don't know if it's going to come as a surprise because I have mentioned it a couple of times on the channel. I think this is just an absolute banger of a winter fragrance. I'm a fan of the brand. I do love the way their fragrances wear. But not the more typical stuff that people are kind of accustomed and known to. I think Gentle Fluidity Silver is a fantastic fragrance, but my selection for winter goes to Gentle Fluidity Gold. I think Gentle Fluidity Gold is just magnificent. It's just a well done fragrance. The vanilla in here is just a much deserved added element to this DNA, right? Gentle Fluidity Silver has a little bit of that gin tonic, that cleanliness, that's really nice. But then think about it on the juniper side, you get some of that clean sharpness mixed in with a sexy vanilla that just, anytime the air hits it, it just gets captured by the air and it just goes. It's so damn wonderful. I think this fragrance is sexy. I think it's seductive. The spices from the nutmeg, the coriander are absolutely a welcome addition to the vanilla. That vanilla is beautifully smooth, airy. So again, we're not looking at density. I think the vanilla done in this is phenomenal. Much better than Grand Soir, in my honest opinion. It's just a fragrance that's just lovely to wear. This is borderline occasional. Meaning that if you wear it for, special events, weddings, things like that, this could be a very well suited fragrance. I think this is a wonderful fragrance for evenings as well, date nights as well. You're smelling stunning. There's nobody that could say anything negative about this, in my honest opinion. I just love that DNA. Gentle Fluidity Gold is the hit for winter. And just to kind of give you an idea, I was at my best friend's wedding. I brought fragrances for everybody to kind of wear, like the best man, who was me. Thank you. Very appreciated. And also the other, what do you call it? I guess the other best man, right? They selected, their fragrances. And I just remember one of my friends, he selected this Gentle Fluidity Gold. And anytime, it was even in summer, anytime that he would pass by and he would walk through, that smell, that trail that came from Gentle Fluidity Gold was bar none probably one of the better trails that I've ever smelled. And yeah, it's just a testament to MFK and how they kind of perfume. Beautiful, 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 beautiful fragrance. So if you don't have this, or if you haven't even tried it because you're kind of just known to Grand Soir and, Gentle Fluidity Silver, check out Gentle Fluidity Gold. It'll definitely be a banger, in my honest opinion. All right, so last but not least, let's talk about the occasional fragrance that I have on this list. This is, I believe I put this for spring, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm wrong, then I'll make sure I correct it, but I do believe I put this for spring. Now, this fragrance is from an artisanal house. I don't expect anybody to know this fragrance, to be honest with you. And for those of you that do, friggin' brownie points to you. This was a fragrance that I smelt. I got a tiny sample of it. It was just a throw-in sample. And it was one of the greatest sandalwood fragrances I've ever smelt in my life. This is a collaboration between Jinx Smells and Honeyan. This is Elysian Santel. Now, I'm going to reference my phone here because it's not traditional, right? For me, what I get with this fragrance, let's just open up the lid. Oh my gosh. You get beautiful florals with this fragrance. You get a wonderful, soft, woody oud that doesn't feel skanky, barnyardy at all. Very clean and a beautiful sandalwood. Fresh cut. Oh, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Now, to really expand on the notes, I have my phone here because, again, to expand on the notes is very important in fragrances like this because the blend is just done masterfully. So I'll read off the notes here. I usually don't do this, but I just want to get accurate with it. The top is neroli, menthe, vintage gardenia. The heart has 1980s white rose from the Oman Treasury, 1970 rose and saffron co-distilled from the Oman Treasury, Karlovo rose, Ruh Gulab, rose stem, honey, tobacco. The base has a 1980 rose Santel co-distilled from the Oman Treasury, 1991 Kashmiri musk and 1990 Mysore Santal from the Oman Treasury, Mongolian musk, and golden ambergris. Now the profile of this is a creamy Mysore Santal with red rose, white rose, and tobacco. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? I got so lucky. I'm just going to say that. I got so lucky. I ended up getting a sample of this. I sprayed it very, very gently because I didn't want to ever run out of the sample. And I was in love. I was afraid because when I went to their website, Jinx Smells, right? This is Arthur. Arthur has his prints all over this fragrance. The way that it is, the way that it's crafted, just the beauty. Oh, fuck. Crazy. I thought I would never have been able to secure a bottle of this. This is going to be my Holy Grail fragrance, in my honest opinion. It's just one of those fragrances. It's gone. It's discontinued. It won't ever be made again. Let's put that out there. But his other releases are equally fantastic. It's a house I think everybody should familiarize themselves with. He has offerings for everything. Just in the same way that I love Jinko Store, I love Jinx Smells as well. This is just wonderful. The way that this fragrance develops and blossoms and how creamy it is, how dreamy it is, the way that it wears, it's stunning. I don't want to harp too much on this because, no offense, nobody's ever going to be able to get this. It's very rare, number one, and people don't want to sell it. That's all it comes down to. Just to put it in perspective, the retail for this 30 ml bottle is $895 USD. You only need 2 sprays to have a great wearing, but it's divine. The quality is bar none one of the best, and it just doesn't compare to some of the perfumery that's out there. Again, for me, I love Jinko Store. I think Jinko Store is my top tier. I think Jinx comes right underneath it, probably then Boudicca, and then so on and so forth. But in my honest opinion, this was highly sought after. I can't believe I got the bottle. I ended up getting the bottle, and this is something for me I'm going to treasure. I'm going to treasure. This is never going to leave my collection. So, very special. Very, if I need to smell in a league of my own, this is the fragrance that I'm rocking. And the longer it sits, the more it's going to macerate and develop, because all the materials, all the ingredients used in this fragrance are of that high quality, natural. So excellent work from Arthur from Jinx Smells. Again, if you're not familiar with his house, please get familiar. He has offerings that are much less expensive, like intense as well. So there's beautiful entry points. Follow him on Instagram. When he releases things, you'll be the first to know. Then you can kind of hit up the website and see if anything is there that you fancy. Cool. So that's my list. Really wanted to bring forth a little bit more creative, a little bit more eye-opening things, maybe something that you guys didn't maybe think that I would have liked or been a part of, and some that maybe you may have not known of. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. In my honest opinion, I'm loving doing this series. So let me know your thoughts down below. Again, please show that support, subscribe, like, share, comment below, and stay tuned because episode 4 will be coming. So thank you guys again, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Much love. Peace. Bye.